Welcome back to IGN Live at E3. Terry and I are here with Joseph, writer and director of A Way Out, one of the surprise hits of E3 this year,
yes.
and a game that you're so confident about, you're making some very lofty promises.
Yeah, Joseph, when we met, you told me that if I wasn't satisfied when I was done playing this game, that I could fly to Sweden with a chainsaw and cut off your leg, which is pretty bold.
And that's
for
on,
your
that's on
debut
tape
E3.
now. We've got that on the
tape.
record.
Yes.
The world has seen.
Let's even say, okay, you use a chainsaw and you can use a sledgehammer.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
This
That's
is
how confident I am.
very-
Why
Okay.
are you so confident?
It's, look, I live, breathe this game. There's so, I'm so sure, like, I can't go into the essence of the design of Way Out, but when you play from beginning to end, you will understand why. Because it's so different in many ways. The way it tells the story, the way you play it, the way it's presented, the way the story is told, the way you're experiencing a co-op story together. I mean, there's like, from day one, it was designed as a co-op game. This is not a single-player game that's like, oh, let's do it as a co-op. No, it's from day one, designed, played, experienced in co-op only, both couch and online. I prefer people do it in couch because it's also part of design. I mean, there are some stuff in the games where you have to like choose between you, and I want that discussion to go on between you. Like, you know, that's, I really like that.
So you also created Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
Yes.
Another cooperative game about brothers, and your
But that's
brother.
actually a single-player game.
I know.
It's very important. It's part of the design.
Yeah. Two characters.
Yes,
there.
it's
Yeah.
super important. I was saying
Right.
that was part of the whole design of that game. Yeah.
But your real brother plays a character in this game.
Yes, yes. I mean, we are a small indie company, you know, and he's a great actor, but he's also for free. So it's like it's a good way of saving money, you know. And I do all the mocap and everything. I didn't tell, but like my toenail, like I lost it during like some stunt we did. It's like no.
How does your team react to seeing you walk around? You're doing the motion capture, and then you're coming in and telling them what to do.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, my team is so used to me. They're like, okay, I will say, can I swear here? No, okay.
Well, just
The
keep
motto,
yourself.
okay, the
There's nothing
motto
we
is
can do to
like,
stop you.
let's beep shit up, you know?
Okay.
If you can say that, yeah.
I'm very curious, what was sort of the inspiration toward making this game? As you said, like it's so integrally a co-op experience. Did you just feel like there was an absence of that type of game in the market?
So listen, how I am is that, you know, I'm a passion-driven person. Like I really feel that this industry, from a creative perspective, there's so many things to be discovered here. So the first thing I asked myself was like, what do I want to play? That's the only thing I think about. And if my heart pumps, then I'm fine. Then I'm cool. Then I feel. So what I want is that, look, I didn't want a drop-in, drop-out experience. I want something where two people can experience something emotional together. And I don't see why not. I mean, I hope it gets more, because the cooperative gameplay doesn't always have to be drop in, drop out. I'm level 45 or level 51. I mean, I'm not against those games. They're good too, but we could experience stories together as well. I think we can be touched, and A Way Out is a good example of that.
Something that's interesting that I asked you before is, do you imagine that players will swap between these two characters as they're playing, or do you think that they'll be very attached to the one character they choose?
I definitely think they will be attached, because the game, when it starts in a prison, it almost starts like a single-player experience, but in a split screen. So the characters don't know each other at first, and slowly they get to know each other. And every NPC, for instance, you talk to, have unique reactions to your character. You can do things differently. Vincent will do his way, Lee will do his way. They're very different as characters. I mean, sure, you can physically change, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can also physically shut off the game. No, but I'm just saying, play with your character and you will definitely be attached to them. I mean, definitely.
So this is an entirely cooperative adventure. There's no single-player mode.
No.
But I feel like some people are going to take that as a challenge and see if they can figure out a way to play it by themselves.
Impossible.
Control. You don't think it's going to be possible?
I think because you have to control it. Then you must have like 4 arms. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but someone can do that, but it's very hard.
Someone will Twitch stream it.
Yeah.
Someone will find a way to do it.
Yeah.
The internet will find a way.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm also curious how you play around with this idea of it being split screen. For example, when we were playing through our demo, the second player was watching the cutscene that was happening with the other player, and you're like, you should be walking around and monitoring what's happening with people. Like, how do you challenge people to play each screen separately?
Well, the thing is like this. My background is a filmmaker, but I'm a huge gamer, so I play everything. So for me, games are interactivity. It's not a passive experience. So that's why I try to give the control to the player every time I can. So that's part of the reason why sometimes in the game we will go 65% where this guy has cutscene, another guy can walk in and out in the cutscene. So the reason for it is like, that's the way the story is told. Online will be the same thing, the split. It's the way the story is told. So, but one of the big reasons is that I want to give the player control all the time. When I play a game and I feel I'm too much in a passive mode, I feel like that's not really a game for me. I mean, maybe not a game, but it's not really what I like about it. I like when I'm in control. That's what I love, you know.
Is there a specific year in which the game is set?
Yes, early 70s.
Early 70s.
That's why my brother's sideburns are like really.
Why'd you pick that era?
I don't know. It's a very nice. It's a very nice time. I've always loved that time for some reason. I don't know.
It's a very nice time for a prison break to go around and maybe rob some convenience stores.
And also you get and you get rid of all this technical stuff like mobile phones and this and that.
Yeah,
you know, those things have affected storytelling way more than you think. Because right now, like, what doesn't he call someone? Before, it was almost more like, you know. Almost like environment is much more challenging, it's dangerous somehow, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
You showed us something additional in the demo that I had where you actually played around with the idea of it being split screen, where you had it switch between the different characters and it became full screen. And then even at one point, the game shifted to being a side-scrolling fighting game, almost like, it reminded me of Street Fighter or even that scene in Daredevil, the hallway fight scene. So talk a little bit about designing these different elements of the game that you're very proud won't be repeated multiple times.
Yes. And it's not also because I'm proud. It's part of that. Look, if you have two players that are supposed to be emotionally connected to characters, you don't want that repetition. You want to experience something new all the time, something that keeps you engaged and focused throughout the entire story. So this is one of the reasons. I mean, my team sometimes they're used to me now, but they're like, oh shit, here goes Joseph again. I'm like, we got to do this. So what we do is we're changing the mechanics all the time and doing different. So what you played in the demo there, that's why I say this is a way out now, but a way out could be something else 5 minutes later. The other demo I showed with one where there's a full screen co-op, you can call it, and that's like it's a really cool scene where the camera goes from each character to the other character in one shot throughout the, and everything you're doing between, you're actually playing it. It's hard to talk about. You have to pretty much see it, but it happens only there. But there's at one point that side-scrolling fighting thing, but that's only for one player, and it happens only for like 1 minute, and then it will never come back again. And only, the demo you played, the gas station, took us 3 months to make. You played it in 5 minutes. And even if you play the game, and at some point there's some section you're like, that's not my thing, something new will happen.
Sure.
So that's why I'm talking about these chainsaws and sledgehammer. I'm like, and also like, just play it. I'm so excited. I almost want to fly. Sometimes I'm so passionate, I can't even go to sleep. It's like that.
Terry, we have time for one more question.
Are you sure? I can talk way more.
I know. Okay. Well, I'm curious if you can talk to people a little bit about the balance in the game between the prison break sequence and how much there is after that. Because I think when people first saw the presentation, they were like, oh, it's prison break the game. But it very clearly becomes not that.
Let me say it like this. The prison is a big chunk of the game. This is not a game where you open a door and walk out. There's a lot of cooperative stuff you have to do before you get out of prison. But once you get out of prison, there's definitely a lot more out there. So that's what I can say without spoiling anything. So you will definitely, like, when you get out of the prison, you will feel like, oh, we did it. Then a lot of shit will, a lot of stuff.
All right, I got to cut you off now. You only get one. Like I said, Way Out's one of the big surprises of the show. It looks bold and fresh and original, and people are really excited about it. So when are we going to get to play it? Do we know?
Early 18.
Early 2018.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Terry will keep the chainsaw fueled up.
I'm
ready to go.
I'm ready. I have it at home waiting.
Yes, let's do it.
Thank you so much, Joseph.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Still more to come on IGN Live at E3 after this.